Right there, look at that, right in front of us here. Right here.
When it comes to wild animal encounters, bears dominate the list. From sudden charges to tense standoffs, these shocking clips will leave you breathless. Along the Aleutian Island chain, a skinny dipping moment took a terrifying twist when a massive brown bear showed up and ended the fun. At the beginning of the clip, a traveler explains that she had been bathing nude in a nearby river when a bear suddenly appeared and did this.
I was having a naked shower in this river and a bear came. Hey! Off! Ah, go away!
The female explorer and her companion try to scare the bear off by yelling, but the predator doesn't react and keeps moving closer.
He carried on coming and had a little sniff of my clothes and shampoo.
In a last attempt, the woman, now desperate, begins hurling rocks toward the advancing animal. He ran when I started throwing pebbles at him.
Ran when I started throwing pebbles at him. Rocks, not pebbles, rocks. This is really stupid to be camped next to a river.
Fortunately for the women, the bear finally turns away and disappears back into the brush. During a ride through Kruger National Park, a determined man searching for lion tracks stumbled upon something truly startling. After circling the area for a while, he finally spots what look like fresh paw prints pressed into the dirt and points them out to the camera.
Yes! This is very cool. So 1, 2 lioness. I mean, it's possible they've moved and they've gone completely different side of the property.
He continues driving and eventually reaches another section where more lion tracks seem visible on the ground. Thinking little of it, he steps out of his vehicle again and examines the soil when the unthinkable occurs.
Sorry, I'm gone behind the car. It's very rude of me. I want to follow the track with the word. Word. Okay, so everybody, we've just bumped into Pride of Lion.
Realizing the danger, he quickly jumps back in, starts the engine, and drives away as fast as possible. On a hunting trip in Saskatchewan, one man had the encounter of a lifetime when he came face to face with a hungry black bear. The footage starts with him filming the animal as it climbs the very tree where he had been positioned. He remains motionless while recording, watching the predator inch closer and closer until it finally reaches the top, filling him with dread. Remarkably, the hunter keeps his composure, staying calm even in such a dangerous moment. Luckily, the bear eventually loses interest in him and makes its way back down, leaving the man shaken and out of breath. What this man first assumed was a drunk roommate stumbling back home turned out to be something far more terrifying. The video begins with him cautiously filming a massive and hungry predator roaming inside his living room.
We have a bear inside of our house right now. We have a bear inside of our house. Holy.
Moments after he begins recording, the bear notices him standing on the stairs, forcing it to charge in his direction. As the animal climbs the steps, he bolts to his room, glancing back only to see this.
Oh God, wait. Shut that. Wait. Whoa! Oh my God!
Once inside, he speaks with his terrified roommate, who explains the predator had retreated downstairs. Unfortunately, the footage cuts off there, leaving what happened next a mystery. In Yamal, Siberia, a group of unsuspecting workers were enjoying themselves while feeding a hungry polar bear when the situation quickly turned dangerous. The footage begins as the men try to draw the animal closer by offering food from the safety of an elevated platform.
Пора чухать, ёпта, сейчас он точно, блядь, что-то сделает. Давай-ка на буровую его еще не будем, бля, поднимать. Ох, бля!
At one point, however, one man boldly decides to walk down the stairs to feed the predator at a closer distance. And that's when the unthinkable occurs.
Конечно, блядь. Уйди! Ёбаный в рот, блядь! Ты чё, отец, ёпта?
Realizing the risk, the group retreats to the platform, watching anxiously as the polar bear lingers nearby for several more minutes before finally wandering off completely. This chilling clip begins with a group of men making their way back to their canoe, passing the time by playing a word game to keep themselves entertained. As the game continues, the camera suddenly captures a glimpse of an unexpected stalker.
That's pretty good already, I guess.
Not bad.
Whoa, 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 bear, bear. Whoa!
They narrowly dodge the bear as it advances, leading to a tense standoff where the animal refuses to back down. Despite their yelling, waving their arms, and even stepping toward it, the predator holds its ground.
Hey, yeah, you go, bear. You go. You go. Yeah, that's right.
Fortunately, the sticks they armed themselves with were enough to keep the animal at bay, giving them the chance to reach their canoe safely, with no injuries from the encounter. At the start of this footage, an older woman can be seen peacefully napping, completely unaware that she was about to wake up to her worst nightmare. Startled and disoriented, she quickly jumps up from her seat, creating space between herself and the animal, yet still manages to stand her ground. Fortunately, the bear becomes spooked and bolts away from the scene, leaving everyone unharmed. In eastern British Columbia, an adventurous hiker nearly suffered a heart-stopping moment after running into an unexpected visitor on the trail. The video begins with the outdoor enthusiast jogging along a narrow path, recording the journey on a chest-mounted GoPro.
Coming up on your left. Thanks.
For a while, everything seems perfectly fine, until, without warning, a massive grizzly suddenly bursts onto the trail and does this.
Holy shit!
Terrified at the sight of the charging predator, the hiker instantly picks up speed and sprints away as fast as possible. The footage concludes with the man, thankfully, appearing to have gotten away safely from the encounter. This brief but chilling clip shows a man filming a black bear climbing down a tree after spotting him. Even as the predator reaches the ground in an instant, he holds his position, prompting the bear to react.
No. You better get.
The animal halts immediately when he fires a warning shot. Fortunately, the footage ends with the bear turning and running off. During what seemed like a normal expedition in Greenland, a group of researchers had their day turn into a nightmare when a hungry polar bear came dangerously close. At first, everything appears fine as they prepare to leave camp, until they suddenly notice the predator lingering just a few hundred feet away.
Oh, he's really checking us out now. If he does get close, we're exactly right for me to use the bear spray because it's downwind. Yeah, I honestly think he's going to walk past us.
After several tense minutes, the polar bear unfortunately wanders too close for comfort, forcing them to take action and scare it off.
Do you want to put the flare off?
Yeah.
With everyone now deeply worried about their safety, the animal continues to roam calmly around their camp before finally losing interest and swimming away altogether. While drifting down a river toward their next campsite, Fred Eichler and his group encountered 3 bear cubs, along with one very protective mother. The video begins with Fred's team riding along the river when they spot the cubs playing near the bank. As they continue forward, they accidentally get too close, provoking the attention of the mother hidden in the thick brush.
Come on! Let's go! Get out of here!
Thankfully, a few warning shots managed to scare off the large bear, sending her running back into the woods and leaving the group unharmed. In a quiet neighborhood in Canada, a man was nearly attacked by some very unexpected visitors. The video begins with him hearing strange noises in his backyard and heading out with a camera to investigate. When he gets outside, the homeowner is stunned to find not one, but an entire family of 3 bears wandering around.
Stay.
Hi, buddy.
Almost instantly, the mother bear notices him and, seeing a possible threat, signals her cubs to climb up the trees for safety, and then reacts.
Hey, guys.
A short while later, the 3 bears are seen leaving the property, bringing the tense moment to an end. At the start of this chilling encounter, a massive black bear is seen following the scent of a man resting in a tree stand. Once the predator notices the ladder leading up to him, the hunter instantly realizes the serious danger he's in when the animal decides to climb. As soon as the bear makes it a few steps up, the hunter reveals his presence, stopping it from going further.
Hey, what are you doing there? What are you doing there?
The animal quickly backs off, climbs down, and runs away, leaving the hunter safe and unharmed. What these tourists expected to be a heartwarming moment with a mother bear and her 2 cubs quickly turned into a frightening ordeal. The encounter begins with a group of visitors snapping photos and admiring the animals just a few feet away. With only a park ranger standing between them and a potential disaster. The atmosphere shifts suddenly when the mother bear reacts. After spraying the animals, another ranger begins throwing rocks to drive them away from the road. Fortunately, the bears retreat back into the woods, and the tourists are able to continue their trip unharmed. In the remote Alaskan forest, a man experienced the scare of a lifetime after coming across something horrifying while out hunting. The footage begins with the hunter walking along, gazing at the sky as he searches for his next bird target. As he ventures deeper into the woods, he suddenly looks down, only to find an unexpected visitor staring directly at him.
Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Get out of here, bear.
Out of nowhere, the animal bolts and starts circling the nearby trees, but the hunter refuses to let his guard down, knowing the danger isn't over yet. By the end, he finally makes it back to camp where his friend is waiting, having managed to shake off the stalking predator. While camping in the snowy mountains, a man and his loyal dog suddenly found themselves caught in the middle of a double grizzly bear encounter. At the start of the video, the man can be heard shouting at the top of his lungs, desperately trying to stop his dog from approaching the predators.
Raina, get over here! Get over here, Raina! Raina! Raina, come here! Raina! Come here!
He calls out over and over, but the dog refuses to listen. Forced to get closer, the man approaches despite the bears being only a few meters away.
Raina, can you please come here? Raina, come here. Get over here. Raina!
When his dog continues moving toward them, the man has no choice but to rush in and clip on the leash.
Well, smart bears. Raina, get over here. With all that noise, jeez.
Thankfully, no harm came to either of them, and they were able to return safely to their tent as the bears eventually disappeared. What he expected to be a peaceful morning turned dark fast when this unlucky camper woke up to find a large black bear searching for food. The intense clip begins as the man quickly grabs his camera after spotting the curious predator sniffing around the outside of his tent.
Hey, no.
Even with the animal so dangerously close, he stays composed and somehow musters the courage to do something guaranteed to spike your adrenaline. As the camper holds his ground in a tense standoff, the bear edges closer and closer, at one point coming just inches away from him. Fortunately, after nearly 10 terrifying minutes, the animal finally loses interest and wanders off, giving the man just enough time to pack up and evacuate the area. On a cold and windy day in Russia, two men had their camping trip abruptly interrupted when a curious polar bear decided to stop by. At first, they quickly grabbed their camera after noticing the stealthy predator slowly making its way toward their campsite. When the animal refuses to back off, one of the men suddenly comes up with an idea to hopefully scare it away. Fortunately, the tactic works, and the polar bear bolts, retreating back into the wilderness. At the start of this footage, a bear is caught on camera slipping into a house through a window that had been left open while the owners were away. Throughout the clip, the animal wanders from room to room, appearing to search for food. At one point, the bear is even seen awkwardly scratching itself against the edge of the kitchen counter. Fortunately for the family, the intruder eventually makes its way back outside before anyone returned home. A group of friends got the shock of a lifetime when they encountered a massive, hungry predator searching for food along a rural road in Russia. The intense clip begins with the group filming a bear attempting to get inside a parked but occupied truck. Despite the seriousness of the situation, they make so much noise trying to get the animal's attention that it ends up heading toward them instead. After the bear retreats into the bushes, the group unbelievably decides to follow it, even attempting to pet and feed it. At first, everything seems calm, with the bear ignoring the driver. Yet moments later, the unexpected occurs. Shockingly, the driver's fingers remain unharmed, despite the incredibly reckless risk they took. What was meant to be a quick hike through Claremont Wilderness Park turned into nightmare fuel when hiker Chad Bruce came face to face with a massive grizzly. The video starts with a few lighthearted clips from his outing, but soon something terrifying appears following him.
Baby fox.
Hello.
Got a major bear. Holy crap.
A huge grizzly seems to be trailing him, and even though it's only a few feet away, the hiker somehow stays calm.
I really don't want to mess with him though. I kind of want to pet him like a little puppy.
After carefully creating enough distance to slip behind the animal, he continues on the trail, even managing to warn another unsuspecting hiker.
Better get off the trail, homie. Hey, there's a big bear right here. Just so you know, there's a big bear.
Fortunately, the bear remained calm and no one was injured during the encounter. This chilling footage from Turkey begins with a man staring at something unusual in the distance. After a few moments, that unusual thing revealed itself to be the last creature he wanted to run into. The man quickly fled the area, but his dog ended up clashing with the hungry predator in the snow. The two animals traded blows, but the bear unfortunately overpowered the dog. In the end, the bear remained alone in the frame, as the man had already escaped, and the dog eventually bolted as well. Nevertheless, the encounter was terrifying, and thankfully, everyone managed to make it out alive. What was meant to be a long, drawn-out hunt nearly ended in the worst way possible when the hunter suddenly became the prey. The terrifying encounter begins with the man filming a bear sniffing around beneath his small tree stand. Moments later, the predator locks eyes on him and wastes no time climbing up with a menacing glare. Luckily, it turns back down, giving the hunter just enough time to grab his shotgun and bear spray.
Hey bear. Hey bear. Down bear. Get down.
Bracing for the worst, he aims both weapons as the animal makes another chilling move. Thankfully, the hungry bear takes the hint and retreats, ending the close call. While hiking Mount Roberts in Juneau, Alaska, two men suddenly came face to face with a very curious black bear. The nerve-wracking footage begins with one of the hikers attempting to scare the animal away while filming the encounter.
You got the camera? Yep, it's rolling. Well, that's cool. Hey. No. Go on.
Instead of running off as they expected, the predator keeps moving toward them at a steady pace, forcing the men to slowly back away.
Go on. Hey, fella. Go on. Go on.
The tense encounter drags on for several minutes, but eventually the bear seems to lose interest and wanders into the nearby brush in search of food. Taking advantage of the distraction, the hikers ready their bear spray and wait for its next move.
And then, all right, well, let's keep going here. Let's give him a little space.
Since the animal never charges, the two decide to carry on with their hike. In northern Manitoba, YouTuber Frank Wolf and his wife had an unexpected visit from several polar bears that took a very unsettling turn. At first, they begin filming one of the animals, along with two others trailing behind it, as they make their way toward the cabin from the river.
Right there, look at that, right in front of us here. Right here.
Unfortunately for them, the curious bear decides to snoop around camp and suddenly starts chewing on their canoe.
Hey, he's right up in the, he was chewing on the canoe, this guy. Hey, don't chew on the canoe. Yeah, you get...
After several tense minutes, Frank finally decides to take action, rushing to grab his shotgun in hopes of driving the predators away. Thankfully, the animals move off, leaving the couple in shock, but safe. In Yellowstone National Park, a group of tourists nearly saw their lives flash before their eyes after several bears became unpredictable. At the start of the video, the tourists can be seen moving alongside a bear family while crossing what looks like a bridge. At first, the group simply quickens their pace, but when they realize the situation is escalating, they rush toward the safety of their vehicles. For a moment, the bears appear to back off, but then turn right around, forcing the film crew to retreat as well. Fortunately, both the visitors and the animals made it out of the tense encounter without harm. This nail-biting encounter begins with a family entering their home against a quiet backdrop. Moments later, two bears appear on camera, walking past the house and disappearing to the other side of the alley. The truly chilling moment unfolds when a woman, completely unaware of the animals nearby, steps outside. While trying to balance herself on the slippery steps and lock the gate, the two bears suddenly rushed toward her. Fortunately, it was her lucky day. She managed to escape and get back inside unharmed, avoiding what could have been a disaster. A man came face to face with death after encountering a massive mother black bear with cubs hidden in the trees during his hike along the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. The tense encounter begins with him filming his walk when he suddenly freezes after spotting something between the trees.
That wasn't a Florida bear. Oh, there he is right over here. All right, buddy. All right. There you are. I'm going.
After seeing the large bear staring back at him, he halts and carefully steps back a few inches to collect himself.
Just see what this bear wants to do, because we're getting close to the point where I'm gonna have to use force.
Despite the danger, he decides to continue forward as slowly as possible, hoping not to alarm the protective mother as he passes by.
I'm going this way. You just stay where you're at. There you go. There you go, buddy. You stay where you're at.
Thankfully, the bear allows him to move along safely without incident. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.